Afternoon. My name is Alan Cox. Thanks for being here. Welcome back. Live today in the studio. Of course, we were at Progressive Field yesterday for what I was told was everybody was talking about this once-in-a-lifetime thing that was going to happen in the ballpark yesterday. I was misinformed. I thought that they were rolling out a brand new hot dog. So I was really, really excited about that. Of course, I didn't end up having any. You had a couple hot dogs.
I had a couple hot dogs.
Yeah.
Gotta have some hot dogs at the ballpark.
I know you do. I know. Bill Squire's here.
Creepy hugs, everybody.
Mary Santora is back.
Hey,
She's there in New York.
Oh,
but
very low.
She's been gone for, she was gone the week before I went on vacation, and then I was out last week in Florida, and now she's back. She's got her earthquake insurance paid up.
Oh, my gosh. Yes.
I didn't realize how far away from the city that was. I heard a couple people joke about everybody living in New York pretending that they felt the earthquake, but I genuinely didn't realize that it was like 50 miles outside of the city. It was well into New Jersey.
I wasn't here.
You were still on the
Arizona.
road? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was in Arizona when that happened. And my roommate said it was, like, significant. Like,
she felt it.
She said in New York, you could tell that there was an earthquake happening. It wasn't anything insane like they get on the West Coast. But she was saying that it definitely wasn't like a little baby shake. Mm-hmm. She said she thought that a building had been bombed.
Oh, really? Well,
that was like
that's a valid concern out there.
Aftermath of it, yeah.
All right. You were gone. You didn't hear. I mean, I think we just saw it on television. I was like, oh, I wonder if Mary's back now.
Yeah, no, I wasn't there for that. I called her, though, and I was like, dude, did all of our, like, stuff fall off the walls? And she's like, no, it was just, like, shaking for a little bit.
Did all of my book fall off the wall?
Dude, I have so many books. Don't even start with
I know. I know who I'm talking to.
They're not nonfiction like yours are.
Well, I do like nonfiction. I tore through a couple of books on vacation. I read Kara Swisher's Burn book, which is fantastic. And I finished the Marty Feldman autobiography, which is a great contemporary reference and read for you kids. Do you kids like Marty Feldman? How do you feel about him? Right? Remember Marty Feldman?
No.
Oh, he was Igor in Young Frankenstein.
Oh, okay.
Of course, Abby someone. That's, of course, the late, great Marty Feldman. And read a book on him. But to your point, yeah. Lots of books. My father used to say, never trust anybody who doesn't travel with a book. And I don't know that quote was his, probably wasn't, but the intent, I think, is still the same. I heard Stansbury talking earlier about people complaining or poo-pooing the eclipse yesterday. And somebody texted me, and they were like, oh, Coxie, you were such a... By the way, I like when people call me Coxie. Well, I like when girls call me Coxie. I don't know if this is a guy or a girl. Guy, it's condescending. Girl, it's kind of cute. You were an Eclipse hater, Coxie. It was awesome. I never said... I'm not an Eclipse hater. I said that they were overestimating the number of people who were going to be coming to this part of the country because there were so many stops. And I still, to this day, don't know if I underestimated it or if they overestimated it. I just don't know. I mean, when you saw they had wall-to-wall coverage on cable news, and they had people posted up at all the cities. So they had people in Dallas, and they had people in Little Rock, and they had people over at we were all posted up at the Guardians game, but they had a massive crowd at the Great Lakes Science Center, as you'd expect. I don't know if they were doing a big thing out at NASA.
I think the NASA thing was at the Great Lakes Science Center.
That
I think
makes
it was
sense.
in conjunction.
Okay. So they had a ton of people there. I thought maybe they'd send Al Roker out to Cleveland since he made his bones here locally on television. But I was watching NBC. They sent some scrub out with respect to him. But they had where they have the Indianapolis 500 in Indianapolis.
Yes.
That's where everybody was posted up there. You were there, yeah, too. Not for the eclipse, but you had been in Indianapolis.
I was doing shows in Indianapolis Friday and Saturday. And it was a big weekend. The Morgan Wallen, your guys' favorite country singer,
got
who blew up
arrested
after saying the N-word.
Yeah.
He got arrested over the weekend?
In Nashville. Yeah, he threw a chair over a balcony of a bar and hit some cops. You didn't see that?
No.
Oh, he was just in Indianapolis when you were there?
He was playing Thursday, Friday. So my Friday show, I was like, we pull from the same crowd, me and Morgan Wallen.
Yeah.
Friday was a little bit lighter, but then Saturday was completely sold out. And at one point, I asked a question about Indianapolis, and like nobody had the answer to it. And I was like, "Where are you guys
Where are the
from?"
black people?
No. I was like,
oh, they have an answer to that.
Yeah.
Not here.
Yeah. They won't answer it, but they have an answer.
I was like, "Are all of you from out of town?" And it's a small room. It was only 60 people, but I would say 50 of the 60 people were there for the eclipse.
Oh, really?
Yes. Like there was a ton of tourists in town in Indianapolis for the eclipse.
Okay.
My
well,
brother,
yeah, that's what I'm curious. I'm curious how many people, like my son literally called me yesterday morning. He goes, how far are you from Auralia? And I'm like, I don't know what you're saying. And it turned out he was trying to say Elyria, Ohio. I said, I'm at the ballpark today doing the show, but I said, but the house is like 20 minutes from Elyria. He's like, a couple of friends of mine and I are going to come out to Elyria and watch the eclipse, and we're going to come by the house later. I said, awesome, great, because I hadn't seen him in a minute. But I was curious how many people had genuinely come in from all over.
I think it was a lot.
It had to have been.
It was a lot.
All the hotels were booked, and
all the
hotels,
hotels, all the Airbnbs, all that stuff was booked up.
Yeah,
and White Sox fans don't travel, by the way. I got
Not right now. They don't.
I got 3 Go Sox fist bumps on my way out of the park yesterday. Cubs fans travel. There's people going to White Sox Guardians games with Cubs jerseys on, but White Sox fans don't travel. These days, you don't have much reason to either. Cubs fans travel, but they don't so much. Sorry, your brother.
No, you're fine. They went to Indianapolis for the kids' spring break to plan stuff around the eclipse. And he said that in his hotel, my brother talks to everybody, my MAGA brother. He said that in his hotel, pretty much everybody was traveling from somewhere in the Midwest
now, was
to come
he
to Indianapolis.
Of the group that's like, this is God's punishment?
No, he's not a like doom and burn type of Christian. He's not that at all. He's not like Old Testament fire and brimstone kind of guy. He's like, my brother is the kind of Christian where he's like, I love you so much and I care about you so much that I want you to go to heaven because I want to be reunited with you one day. I don't want you to burn in hell. So he comes from like a place of I love you and care about you, not like you're so terrible you deserve to be punished. So no,
I guess that's a better place to come from.
Yes. If anything, he's before he goes to this is God punishing the earth, he'll have a conspiracy theory about how the 0.01% moved the moon to be in line. Like he's more likely to do that than
so it's real hard. You're saying it's
us.
real hard to pin him down then, unless you really know him. Okay, you could throw
Yeah.
a dart. Maybe you'll hit something crazy. Maybe you'll hit something level-headed on him.
He sent some video of the eclipse from TikTok about why it proved that the Earth was flat. Like that is more of what you're gonna get. He's more of a conspiracy theorist than like a hater.
Different kind of dumb. Got it.
Well, because we were looking up, going, boy, I feel bad for all the flat earthers. But apparently it falls right in line with him. He thinks that somebody's just got a giant piece of construction paper up there in front of the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's all out there, Alan. Just do your research.
You got to do your own
look it
research.
up,
You have to
you'll
get
see.
on the interwebs and get the information for yourself.
What I always get annoyed by is when I do the research and it lines up with what I believed. They're like, no, not that research.
Not science research.
Not the stuff that confirms that the Earth is round. We don't want you doing that research.
Why are you going to the NASA website?
Yeah.
Not NASA. You got to get on Facebook, where all of the real science information is. All right, I got a break. I want to send me a text, 35192, AlanCoxShow.com. You want to watch live, and you